Just 3 verses before the end of Surah al-Muzamil, the text issues a stark historical warning. It outlines the severe punishment of Pharaoh, who chose to deliberately ignore the message sent to him. Then, in verse 17, the scale of that justice expands from history to the cosmos. The text describes a day of judgment so heavy that the sheer intensity of the event would make children gray-haired. When you read those lines, a specific kind of panic sets in. If divine justice operates on a scale that can physically transform a human being through mere proximity, how is a person supposed to navigate it? At the very moment this tension reaches its peak, the text pivots. Verse 19 offers a sudden transition in the form of a single 11-word sentence. Indeed, this is a reminder, so whoever wills may take to his Lord away. This 11-word sentence functions as a microcosm, a condensed map that mirrors 3 core pillars found throughout the Quran: the nature of revelation, the reality of choice, and the availability of a path. To understand how this map works, we have to look at the specific Arabic term for the message, tadhkira, or the reminder. This choice of words suggests the Quran is not functioning as a manual of arbitrary rules that must be learned from scratch, like a technical trade or a foreign language. It builds on the concept of fitra, the idea that the recognition of truth and a creator is already an innate part of human nature. There is a difference between being taught and being reminded. The text is designed to act as a wake-up call to a truth the soul already recognizes. If the truth is already present within the person, then the primary obstacle to guidance is not a lack of data, but a state of spiritual sleep. Once the soul is awake, the verse moves to the mechanism of action, faman sha, which translates to whoever wills. This phrase establishes a system of absolute individual agency. As the diagram shows, the message is presented, but the choice of direction is left entirely to the person at the crossroads. The divine role illuminates the path with absolute clarity. No external force will push the individual. The movement must be self-initiated. However, choice requires a specific destination to be meaningful. This is why the verse concludes with sabila, the way. This way to the Creator is not described as a hidden mystery. It is defined as a sequence of accessible actions: faith, consistent good deeds, and the constant option of repentance. By pairing this clear path with absolute freedom of choice, the verse shifts the responsibility of the outcome. The route is provided, but the effort to walk it is placed on the individual. These 4 elements, the source, the function, the freedom, and the destination, form a structural bridge over the existential dread we saw earlier. When these pillars lock together, the terrifying scale of divine justice described in the previous verses is met with a practical point of entry. The overwhelming day is now paired with a manageable individual choice. This realization changes the nature of the book itself. If the Quran is a reminder and a choice, treating it as a passive object on a shelf or as background noise contradicts its internal logic. It is written as an urgent invitation that requires a conscious, active decision to either engage or turn away. The final reality of the surah is that the path back to the Creator has been made visible, and the choice to take it is open to anyone who desires it. Because no one is being forced, the final weight of this verse is the realization that the decision to step onto that path rests entirely with you.